Hello everyone, it's Joanna here and welcome to 2026. I know I'm a bit late with that welcoming first video of the year here on my YouTube channel, but this is my third attempt to film this video because there was either something wrong with my lighting or my microphone, so hopefully third is the lucky number for me and this video will finally be included on my YouTube channel. So, since the beginning of the year is usually about New Year's resolutions, self-care, wellness and taking better care of our bodies, I thought this would be the perfect moment to talk about supplements. And now, before we even start, I want to be very clear about one thing. I know that supplements can be a controversial topic. Some people may say that I am not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, and therefore I should not be talking about supplements. And I totally agree with that. Today's video is not about telling you what you should or shouldn't be taking, and it is definitely not medical advice. This is something that should be always discussed with your doctor or a qualified nutritionist. And I personally consult my doctor regarding everything I take, whether it's supplements or medications, and I would also encourage you to do the same. So the purpose of today's video is simply to share my personal experience. I want to talk about supplements that work beautifully for my body, and then if you find it interesting, you can read more about them or you can do your own research and decide whether they are right for you or not. And the supplements I will be talking about today come from one brand, Ancient+Brave. You have probably noticed already a paid partnership label here on the screen somewhere, and I want to be completely transparent here. This video is not sponsored, and Ancient+Brave, they don't even know that I am filming this video today. Yes, I am in partnership with them and I do have a discount code which you can see probably now on the screen, and I will also include it in the description box below with all the details. And that is why this partnership label appears somewhere in the corner. But this video is something I chose to make independently, both for you and for myself, as a summary of products I've been using for several years now. But before I talk about the supplements themselves, I want to give you a little bit of a background. So, as many of you already know, I suffer from mild IBS. So that's irritable bowel syndrome. And this is mainly linked to stress, lactose intolerance and certain enzyme intolerance, which means I have to be extremely careful about what I eat and what I put into my body. And my friends will probably laugh when they hear this because they know I am not the easiest person to cook for. There are many foods I simply cannot eat, and if I do, I really suffer afterwards. So if I ever say no to certain foods, it's never about being rude or picky, it's purely about protecting my health. And around 5 or 6 years ago, just before the pandemic, I think, there was a huge hype around collagen supplementation. And I thought to myself, why not try it? Yeah, collagen seemed like something that could potentially support the body, so I decided to give it a go. And truly, I've tried a lot. I tested collagen in tablets, capsules, liquid form, powders, and even small collagen shots. Some of them tasted awful to the point that you could feel the collagen afterwards for a few hours, even like after, and some were extremely sugary, so clearly they were masking the taste, and others just did absolutely nothing for me. And I think there was one product I quite like, but it was around £50 for 10 shots taken daily. So it was simply not sustainable for me. And then one day, while I was working in the beauty studio, a client and I started chatting about supplements and collagen came up. And she asked me whether I had ever tried Ancient+Brave collagen because she has been using it for a while now and she loved it. And she told me it has no taste at all, and that she was simply mixing it with her coffee. So I thought, okay, why not give it one more try? And I always love my clients' recommendation. And when I first visited the Ancient+Brave website, I immediately connected with their ethos and values. So they are B Corp certified certified, female-founded company, very transparent about their formulation, sustainability and sourcing. And they invest a lot in science, research. They collaborate with amazing experts, scientists and healthcare professionals. And what I appreciate the most about Ancient+Brave, that they never promise miracles. So there is no exaggerated claims, just pure, clear information supported by research. So I have ordered my first product. It was wild collagen, that marine collagen from Ancient+Brave, and the rest is history. And since then, my Ancient+Brave collection has grown to the point where I could probably dedicate an entire shelf in my kitchen just to their products. And one of the biggest advantages for me is that their supplements are very gentle on my digestive system. So most of them have little to no taste, and when I mix them into protein shakes, smoothies or even homemade energy balls, I generally cannot taste them. And today I would like to walk you through the supplements I currently use, explain why I like them and share how they have been beneficial for my body. So again, this is my personal experience, not advised, but I hope it will be helpful, informative and maybe inspire you to do your own research. So let's get started with the core product from Ancient+Brave, and this is collagen. Where are you? Here. And at the moment I am using TrueCollagen, and TrueCollagen is a highly absorbable, easily digestible, clinically researched type 1 hydrolyzed collagen peptide. I know, loads of terminology here. And it is made from 100% grass-fed bovine collagen and comes in powder form. And what I really appreciate about this product is that it dissolves instantly into your chosen drink. You can't taste it at all. It doesn't smell at all. And because of that, it's very easy to add it to your hot or cold drinks, as well as, for example, pre or post-workout smoothies. And personally, I use TrueCollagen mainly in my post-workout smoothies, and it works perfectly for me, and very often you can see it on my Instagram and Facebook. And this is a real hero supplement for people who have active lifestyle. And I'm not talking only about active lifestyle as going to the gym, like being very busy, back-to-back appointments, working long hours, because that will give you the whole body support. So, as you already know, collagen is a key structural protein in the body and contributes to strength, elasticity and integrity of the skin, cartilage and bones. And it is also important to remember that our natural collagen levels start to decline, unfortunately, from around the age of 25 to 30 onwards. And then hydrolyzed collagen like this, hydrolyzed collagen peptides play an important role in cellular repair and renewal processes, which are essential for healthy aging and overall daily well-being. And in that sense, I see it as a simple, long-term investment in my future health. And obviously, Ancient+Brave recommend a daily dose starting from 5 grams and going higher depending on the individual needs. But to be completely honest, I usually just use a generous tablespoon and add it to my smoothie. They also provide a measuring scoop. I've left it in my kitchen. I have treated myself to one finally. So that's if you prefer that precise dosing, but I usually tended until now do it intuitively. So TrueCollagen is gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's made with non-unnecessary additives. And just like with wild collagen, I generally cannot taste it at all. And now moving on to wild collagen, which was actually the product that started my journey with Ancient+Brave. And wild collagen, which I don't have at the moment because I'm using this one, is sourced from MSC certified wild caught fish. And again, neutral taste, no smell, dissolves completely into the liquids. And from the beauty perspective, collagen is fantastic for the skin. So clients of mine who supplement collagen regularly often notice that improved skin plumpness and elasticity, a clearer, more even skin appearance, and reduced inflammation and redness. And that being said, collagen is a supplement, so it does require consistency and time. So you are unlikely to see dramatic results after 1 week, let's say. Yeah? So for the best results, collagen works best when it becomes part of your long-term routine rather than a short-term fix. So collagen is also very well known for supporting hair and nail growth. So many people notice that new baby hairs appearing, as well as the nails becoming stronger, thicker and growing faster. You can probably see loads of baby hair here now because that's what happens when you supplement collagen. And obviously when it comes to nails, if you wear gel or biop nails, that unfortunately means that you will be seeing regrowth sooner and you may need those infills more frequently. But that actually is a very good sign that your body is responding well to the collagen supplement. So that was the first product I have ever tried from Ancient+Brave, and it remains the foundation of my supplement routine to these days. And to top it all off, because some of you I know you are vegan, Ancient+Brave also has a vegan formulation. So if you go on their website, you will find a few different types of collagen in their offer. And before we move on to the next product in my supplement collection, I would like to briefly talk to you about that new campaign that Ancient+Brave have just launched. I mean, at the beginning of the year. And this campaign is called Resolutions Worth Nourishing. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, January often pushes us into this new year, new me narrative, and one that's usually rooted in restrictions, pressure, and unrealistic expectations. That's why I don't know, it's like a New Year's resolution, that term seems to me very, very restrictive, and the more restrict I am like this, the more restrict I feel, the less chances I will have to keep it going. And what I really appreciate about Ancient+Brave, that they are flipping that script this year. So instead of restriction, they are focusing on nourishment. And the idea behind Resolutions Worth Nourishing is to make January and other months after it a moment to reset, not restrict. It's about doing more of what you genuinely love and what brings you joy, and living without that constant guilt, and to nourish your body and your mind. And as part of this campaign, Ancient+Brave are running a subscribe and save 20% offer, which also includes a free gift. And I will have a direct link to this offer in the description box below this video, and if you would like to have a look, you can see what's included in there. Okay, so with that, let's move on to another product I would like to talk about today, True Creatine Plus. So creatine became incredibly popular last year or 2 years ago and went viral on social media. You could hear about it on nearly every nutritionist, nutrition or lifestyle podcast, and that was for a good reason, because in the past, creatine was often seen as something exclusively for people training heavily in the gym, mainly to improve performance and their strength during their trainings. And that's absolutely true, because creatine, when combined with resistance training, it will support that energy production to help you push yourself a little bit further during that workout. However, the most recent research has shown that creatine offers far wider benefits than just that strength. For example, it can be incredibly supportive during perimenopause and menopause, from helping with mood swings to supporting bone density, and it's a supplement that can support you through the whole menopause and beyond. And the research also has shown benefits when it comes to focus on mental clarity. So creatine can help lift that brain fog, and support concentration, allowing for more composed and present performance, and both physically and mentally. So not only physical strength but also mental clarity. And finally, creatine also helps plays a role in longevity, which is such a big topic at the moment. So supplementing with creatine may help you to bridge that gap between health span and lifespan by supporting energy levels, giving you that resilience, and decreasing the fatigue within your body. And personally, I take around 1 teaspoon of true creatine, plus, like I put it in my smoothie. I don't really taste it at all, especially when I combine it with my protein shake. And some of my clients do notice very mild taste when adding it to their coffee, but in smoothies I can't notice it at all. And one more thing I really appreciate about the Ancient+Brave is the flexibility of their packaging, because they would have things packaged in those beautiful jars, but also some supplements you will be able to get in sachets. So whenever you're traveling or you're going to the gym and you want to have it be just before, you can take a sachet, a few sachets, and you are ready to go. So that's amazing, and that really gives you that flexibility and makes life easier. And moving on to the next supplement I would like to talk about today is actually the newest product from Ancient+Brave, and it's TrueBiome. And some of you may have already seen it on my social media, because I recently shared a video showing my go-to smoothie where I use TrueBiome alongside a few other ingredients. So if you would like to see how I prepare it, I will invite you to visit my Instagram or Facebook, where I share more day-to-day beauty and wellness content. So now I have to be very honest with you. When I first heard that Ancient+Brave were launching the next generation gut health supplement, I was a bit skeptical, and that is simply because of my personal health history. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I have IBS, and I am extremely careful when it comes to introducing anything new that affects my gut. My body reacts very quickly to even the smallest amount of any additives. Even when it comes to fiber supplements, my doctor had to change them 3 or 4 times before we found ones that didn't cause me bloating or stomach discomfort. So yes, I approach gut supplements with a lot of caution. And we often call the gut our second brain, and that's for a good reason. The gut does far more than just digest food. It's a living ecosystem and the foundation of overall health. So it influences immunity, energy level, skin health, and even hormones. So what Ancient+Brave has done here with that TrueBiome supplement is that they took a holistic next generation approach to gut care. So TrueBiome combines probiotics, postbiotics, and gut barrier support. So all in one harmonious blend designed to feed, repair, and protect the gut. So when I've received this product, I decided to give it a proper try and simply observe how my body responds. And I have to say, I was genuinely surprised. From the very first use, my gut responded incredibly well. I've noticed improved digestion, no bloating, and absolutely no discomfort. I know it might be a bit too much information, but I just want to emphasize on how delicate and effective this product is. So to these days, this is one of my very few gut-focused supplements that I've used that caused no negative side effects for me, which, considering my IBS, it's quite amazing. And for me, that really speaks to the quality and formulations of the products from Ancient+Brave. And all of that aligns perfectly with what we know about skin health as well, because the gut microbiome and skin microbiome are deeply connected, and supporting gut health plays a huge role in achieving that healthy balance and glowing skin. And just like with the other Ancient+Brave supplements, TrueBiome, it's tasteless, it doesn't smell of anything, and it's in powder form. And it can obviously be added to any of your hot or cold drinks. And personally, again, I use 1 tablespoon to my smoothies, and that's it. Very simple. And I'm currently on my 2nd jar because that's how amazing it is. And this became very quickly a non-negotiable part of my routine. Now let's move to another product which I loved, and it just arrived literally yesterday, and that is a True MCT oil. If you watch nutrition related videos, listen to any podcasts, or read about wellness, you have probably noticed that many experts recommend including certain oils in your daily routine. And for me, I found the oil that truly works for my body, and that is the one True MCT oil. So this is an oil sourced entirely from coconuts. So you won't find here anything like palm oil, no additives either. And True MCT oil provides a fast and clean source of energy. And it also has those natural antimicrobial properties, making it a powerful ally for, again, digestion and then microbiome balance. So again, you can see we are coming back to gut health because everything in body is connected. Okay, and now one more thing I have to tell you that because I would like you to learn from my mistakes. With MCT oil, you need to build up your dosage gradually. And the first time I tried it, I thought like, it's just the oil, how bad it could be. I took far too much on day 1, and let's just say that my digestive system made sure I remembered that lesson for an entire day, right? So please start small, begin with maybe one teaspoon or tablespoon, and gradually increase the amount as your body adjusts. And some people eventually work up to a few tablespoons per day, but there is absolutely no rush here. And you can use MCT oil in many different ways. So you can use it in your coffee again, or your smoothie. You can drizzle it over a salad. You can add it to your soups. It's a very, very versatile product, and 1 bottle will last you a very long time if you take a proper dosage. And the next product I would like to talk about today are the functional mushroom tinctures. So personally, I have chosen Sulis for myself, which is their Clarity tincture. And before I go into this one, let me quickly explain what a tincture actually is. So tincture is a highly concentrated herbal extract traditionally used for centuries, right? And Ancient+Brave created these tinctures in a way that we should be going back to nature, recognizing that for thousands of years humans have turned to plants and mushrooms, not just for support, but also as a part of that one connection with natural world. The Ancient+Brave tinctures, they use those functional mushrooms, which are now very well known, not only in supplements, but also in skincare. And Ancient+Brave currently offers 3, as I mentioned, Selene, so that's the brave immunity. Then that includes shiitake and mitake, from what I remember, mushrooms, and then obviously other very good active ingredients. Then we have Sulis, so that's that brave clarity, and I love it. Sulis takes the name from the goddess, as the other 2, and that goddess watched over the mineral springs of ancient baths. Those were the places where women, they were coming to heal both mind and body. And this tincture focuses on nervous system and brain support. So that includes, again, amazing active ingredients, including cordyceps, for example, rosemary, sage, gives you that mental stamina as well, vitamins like vitamin C. So amazing if you need to focus on the day and keep your mind very clear. And then the next one is Sirona Brave Glow. So that will be probably my next tincture, which I will be trying. And this one focuses on beauty from within. So that will support your skin, health, and nails. So again, 3 amazing, full of active ingredients tinctures. And you will find clear dosage instructions on the packaging. And just like with MCT oil, it's best to start with smaller amount and build it gradually. So personally, I measure a dosage like so, and then take it underneath my tongue. I took mine today already, and just release it, and then I drink a glass of water. But you have a few different options how you can take your tinctures. You can make a tonic, you can add it to your herbal tea, so there is plenty of options as well. You can also dilute it with water, so up to you. But just one thing here, this has quite strong herbally taste, and obviously is alcohol based, which normally traditional herbalists, when creating tinctures, they have always done it. So the tinctures are alcohol based. So the tinctures were created to remind us how powerful nature can be, and how much and how beneficial it can be for our bodies and mind. And whenever I take Sulis, for example, I see immediately between half an hour that my focus improves, my mind feels very clear, and I have that noticeable boost in motivation and concentration. So I'm not being disconcentrated by social media, scrolling or anything like that when I have to prepare videos, scripts, or for example, I need to plan my social media. This is where I take Sulis. So if you are looking for that mental clarity and focus, this one will be definitely worth exploring. And now let's move to another great supplement, which is True Hydration, and I absolutely love it. So True Hydration is the powdered electrolyte blend that you can very easily add to your water. It's an intelligent mineral-rich formula inspired by nature and the natural benefits of coconut water. And once again, it's a very carefully crafted product designed to support that fast rehydration and helps you to your body to feel balanced from inside out. And personally, the way how I like to take it, I would just take a jug of fresh water and I will add a slice of lemon or mint or lemon and strawberry, and then I stir a scoop of True Hydration into that jug, and then I drink it throughout the day. And it feels very refreshing, light, and genuinely revitalizing, especially during long days at my beauty studio. And hydration is extremely important to me. If I don't drink enough water during the day, I get that very specific headache. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So keeping my body properly hydrated, especially when I'm working long hours, it's an absolute must for me, and True Hydration makes that process much easier and more enjoyable. And last but definitely not least, a product on our list today to talk about, and I don't have this product, I have to order it, it's True Omegas Plus. So if you follow my social media, you will know that I talk about omega fatty acids quite often, and that's again for a good reason. They are a fundamental part of supporting skin health, but also playing a vital role in overall well-being. So omegas help collagen thrive, they support skin elasticity and hydration, but they are also essential for things like brain, heart health, and joint support. And obviously they play a massive function in our immune system. And what makes True Omegas Plus particularly special, the ones from Ancient+Brave, that it's a vegan formula and vegan supplement. But because traditionally omega-3 are sourced from things like oily fish, and omega-7 you can, for example, source from macadamia nuts. And Ancient+Brave has created a sustainable, again, plant-based solution where omega-3 are coming from algae and omega-7 is coming from sea buckthorn. And together they will support that earlier mentioned brain, heart, eye health, cellular protection, hydration, and they will soothe that dryness. They will also give you that skin elasticity, and they will support your collagen. It is a truly powerful nature-derived nutrient, and it's completely vegan. But I want to mention one thing here. When you first open the jar, you may notice a strong fish-like scent, and this comes from sea buckthorn and algae, of course. However, once you swallow the capsule, there is no aftertaste at all, and the capsule is very soft and easy to swallow, and there is no unpleasant flavor coming back afterwards. I know it might be like a bit too much information, but I just want to give you those details as well, so at least you know what to prepare yourself for. Okay, so those are my daily supplements from Ancient+Brave. There are many more products in the range that I have tried before, such as ashwagandha, which is amazing, true magnesium, and I still have a few to explore. And for example, now I have ordered myself this cacao and collagen, because I think that will be nice to have a nice warm cacao during the evening, especially during winter, and it has collagen, so amazing. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, because I collaborate with Ancient+Brave, I have a discount code for you, Beauty by Joanna, which gives you 20% off your first purchase. But I will explain all of that in the description box below this video. And that said, again, I just want to tell you that this video wasn't about telling you what you should or shouldn't take. I simply wanted to share the supplements that work for me and for my body based on my own experience. And I always would encourage you to do your own research, read about the ingredients, and choose what feels right for your body, not choose based on what someone else is telling you, right? I truly hope you found this video helpful and informative, and now I wish you a year filled with balance, well-being, radiant skin, and rituals that genuinely support your body and mind. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you either in my next video or at my beauty studio. Bye!